Hi everyone. It is with great sadness that I come to you today to share some news. A renowned community member, Reg Flanagan, sadly passed away recently. When I think about Reg and reflect on who he was many things to many of us. He was an active participant within the deaf community, actively participating in Australian deaf games and deaf sports over many, many years, whether it be cricket or lawn bowls or any other sport he put his hand to. He was involved in the deaf community in different ways too. He was an active member of the deaf seniors, became a president for a time there, looking after all the deaf seniors in Brisbane and being very supportive of their well-being, holding activities or social outings, whatever it may be, for the broader deaf senior community. He was also a life member of Deaf Connect, formerly known as Deaf Services. We have to acknowledge who he was. I was very lucky to give him his life membership just because of his active support and his involvement within our organisation as a whole. Any event that we held, without fail, I know Reg would have been there, and he always took the time to come and have a chat with me personally and offer me his insights and just sit down and have a general chat. I loved his innovation. He had some great ideas and he informed me of what the history was and the knowledge that he had as a community. And now I have that opportunity to pass that on to the future generations of our deaf community. When I look at Reg, I think more importantly that he was a friend of mine and he was definitely a friend to the greater community. Reg really will be sorely missed as a community member, and I will miss him. I will miss my friend Reg. He was always there with a smile and to say hello. My heartfelt thoughts are with his wife Ina and his family. Vale, Reg. Vale. Hi everyone, my name is Kevin Hayden and I'm the current chair of the Deaf Seniors group here in Brisbane. Reg was the previous president before me. I remember working with Reg in Alice Street in the city at Q-Build. I worked with him for approximately 6 months before I was transferred to a different area. Although I was working in a different area, I knew Reg was working in Alice Street at Q-Build, and it was his job to collect all our employment details. He would go to the bank or he'd go shopping for us to buy what equipment we might have needed, whatever it might have been. He was very a popular man within Q-Build, and I'm so proud for who he was and that I got to work with him. Thank you. Hi, my name is Patricia Oxenham. I can recall when Reg was playing football with his football team, and if any of the uniforms were damaged, they would bring them to me and I would upholster them or I would mend them or I'd sew them back together and give them back to Reg. And if they got torn or ripped again, he gave them back to me. I remember doing that for many, many years. They would pay me money. It was a wonderful thing. What great memories. And sadly now he's passed on. We will love and miss you, Reg. My name is Pam Rowland. Reg I've known for a very, very long time growing up. Simply down at Rest End, I remember Ron Cave, all this big group of gentlemen would come through and I'd always have a lovely chat with them all. I can recall being 16, Reg popped in to see my mum and dad and asked if I was allowed to go and participate in some basketball at the Gather. Unfortunately, it wasn't a good day for me. I ended up falling over and broke my arm and sprained my wrist. But I know my husband spent a lot of time with Reg as committee members, whether it be on the football team or there have been many. I know they were very active in the sporting world. A lot of love for Reg. Goodbye, my friend. Ina Flanagan had passed on a message for me to share with you all. She wishes to say many, many thanks to the whole community for the supports to Ina and her family. Losing Reg has been a massive loss. I'm sure we as a deaf community are very familiar with who Reg is and what he represented. Very heavily involved in a lot of different events, whether it be sports or even at work. just being who he was, being part of Deaf Seniors, he was always an active member of our community. We've all got very fond memories of who Reg was, and many, many stories and fond memories.